Have you ever wondered how stress affects your daily life and overall well-being? Well, let's dive into the reality of stress. Picture stress as that friend, the one who likes to pop in unannounced at the most inconvenient times. You're trying to relax, maybe watch your favorite show, and bam, there they are, blocking your view and eating your snacks. That's stress. Stress, like that friend, has a knack for showing up when you least expect or want it. It's a universal experience, a part of our daily life. But it can often feel like we're the only ones struggling with it. The reality, however, is quite the contrary. Stress can impact every aspect of our lives. On a mental level, it can lead to anxiety, depression, and even memory problems. Physically, it can cause headaches, disrupt our sleep, and weaken our immune system. Emotionally, it can make us irritable, restless, and lead to feelings of overwhelm. Imagine trying to bake a cake while your clingy friend stress is turning up the heat, setting off the smoke alarm, and switching the sugar for salt. That's what it feels like when stress takes over. It throws everything off balance, making even the simplest tasks feel like climbing Mount Everest. But hey, let's not paint stress as the villain of our story. It's not all doom and gloom. Sometimes stress can be a good thing. It can motivate us, help us meet deadlines, and even boost our performance in certain situations. It's like when your clingy friend actually helps you clean up after a party because they know you're exhausted. The problem arises when stress becomes chronic. When it's there, day in and day out, like a perpetual case of the Mondays. That's when it starts to take a toll on our health and happiness. So, what's the solution? Well, we can't exactly unfriend stress. It's a part of life. But we can learn to manage it better. We can learn to set boundaries, to say, hey stress, I appreciate the motivation, but right now, I need some me time. And just like that clingy friend, we need to find ways to manage stress. So, how do you deal with a clingy friend? Or in this case, stress? Well, let's break it down into simple steps. Imagine stress is like a messy room. You know it's there, it's bothering you, but you're not quite sure where to start. First up, exercise. Think of it as the broom that sweeps away the dust of stress. Just as a good sweep can make a room look brighter, regular exercise can help clear your mind. It doesn't have to be strenuous. A brisk walk, a bit of yoga, or even a dance-off with your reflection can do wonders. Next, organization. This is like sorting out the clutter in your room. Start by organizing your thoughts and tasks. Write them down, prioritize them, and tackle them one by one. It's like dealing with a pile of laundry. Start with the socks, then move on to the shirts, and before you know it, you've conquered Mount Laundry. Then we have time management. Consider this your room's layout plan. Allocate time for work, rest, and play. It's like arranging furniture in a room. You wouldn't put your bed in the kitchen, would you? Similarly, don't bring your work to bed or let playtime eat into your work hours. But hey, don't forget to breathe. Literally. Deep, slow breathing is like opening a window in a stuffy room. It brings in fresh air, helps clear the mind, and can make stress feel a little less overwhelming. And finally, remember to laugh. Yes, you heard it right. Laughter really is the best medicine. It's like that favorite chair in your room, the one that makes you feel comfortable and at home. Find humor in your day. Laugh at the little things and watch stress start to lose its grip. Remember, managing stress is like cleaning a messy room. It might seem overwhelming, but once you start, it gets easier. Now, imagine having a magic tool that helps you stay in the moment and not get overwhelmed by stress. Sounds unreal, right? Welcome to mindfulness. In this fast-paced world, our minds often feel like a hyperactive squirrel on a double espresso. We're juggling tasks, worrying about the past, and planning for the future. But amidst all this chaos, mindfulness is like a calm oasis. It's about being fully present in the moment, not lost in your thoughts, not distracted, not daydreaming, but really being here, in the now. Mindfulness is like a superpower that allows you to pause the world around you. Imagine this. You're at a party, and the music is so loud that you can't hear your own thoughts. But then, you discover a magical mute button that silences the noise, and suddenly, you can hear yourself think. That, my friends, is what mindfulness does. It doesn't stop the chaos, but it gives you the power to tune it out. Now let's switch gears and think about mindfulness as a sort of mental workout. Just like you exercise to keep your body fit, mindfulness exercises your mind, helping it become stronger and more resilient. It's like having a personal trainer for your brain, but instead of lifting weights, you're lifting thoughts. And the amazing part? No gym membership required. The importance of mindfulness cannot be overstated. It's like the secret ingredient in your favorite dish. Without it, the dish is just okay, but with it, it's spectacular. Mindfulness is that secret ingredient for your mind, adding that extra zing to your mental well-being. In today's world, stress is like that annoying party guest who shows up uninvited and refuses to leave. But mindfulness is the bouncer that keeps this unwelcome guest in check. It helps you respond to stress rather than react, giving you the power to handle situations calmly and effectively. So, buckle up and get ready to dive into the world of mindfulness. It's going to be a game changer for your mental health. So, mindfulness is like having a GPS that keeps you focused on the present moment, preventing you from straying into the stressful territories of past regrets and future anxieties. So, how do you turn on this magical GPS called mindfulness? Well, it's not quite like flipping a switch, but let's try to break it down into digestible, bite-sized pieces. First off, let's talk about meditation. No, you don't need to trek to the top of a Himalayan mountain and sit cross-legged for hours on end. You can do it right in your living room or even on your lunch break at work. Start with just a few minutes a day. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and try to clear your mind. If thoughts pop up, and trust me, they will, that's okay. Just acknowledge them and then let them float away like a leaf on a stream. Next up, we have mindful eating. This isn't about dieting, so put away that kale smoothie. It's about savoring your food and truly experiencing it. Try this. Take a small piece of chocolate, place it in your mouth, and let it melt slowly. Notice the taste, the texture, the sensation. It's like a party for your taste buds, right? And then we have mindful walking. No, this isn't about walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's about focusing on the sensation of walking, the feeling of your feet hitting the ground, the wind brushing against your skin. It's about being present in the moment. You can do this anywhere, even while walking from your car to the office. Now, these might seem simple, and you might be thinking, that's it? That's mindfulness? But remember, these are just the basics. There's a whole world of mindfulness practices out there waiting for you to explore. Remember, practicing mindfulness is like learning to ride a bike. It might be hard at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's a ride in the park. And hey, Who knows? You might just find your Zen along the way. So, we've talked about how to manage stress and practice mindfulness. But what's the takeaway here? In the high-speed race of life, stress is that pesky, unwelcome hitchhiker that sneaks in when we least expect it. But as we've seen, it doesn't have to take the wheel. We've explored a variety of stress management techniques, from the power of a simple deep breath to the magic of mini mental vacations. Remember when we chatted about visualizing a serene beach during rush hour traffic? The sound of waves instead of honking horns. We've also discovered that stress is a bit like a shapeshifter, changing forms and disguising itself in our lives. But we've got the Sherlock Holmes skills to identify it. We now know the signs, the symptoms, and the sneaky tricks stress uses to infiltrate our peace. Then we took a deep dive into mindfulness, the gentle art of staying present. We've learned to embrace the here and now, to stop and smell the roses, or the coffee, or the pizza, whatever floats your boat. Mindfulness isn't about reaching nirvana or becoming a Zen master. It's about appreciating the little things and not letting life pass us by in a blur. We've looked at some practical mindfulness practices too, from mindful eating. Yes, that includes savoring every bite of that chocolate cake, to mindful walking. No, not walking into a lamppost while texting. These practices are about engaging our senses, being aware of our surroundings, and truly experiencing life, not just surviving it. The benefits of these techniques are manifold: reduced stress, increased happiness, improved focus, and a greater sense of calm. But the cherry on top, a better understanding of ourselves. When we manage stress and practice mindfulness, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. So the next time stress decides to be your clumsy friend, you don't have the tools to say, "Not today, stress, not today."